And I'm going to demonstrate how to deploy an application on Tomcat server using Jenkins. So here first I'll be making an AWS instance. AWS instance that I have used in this project is a Red Hat Enterprise Linux virtual machine. And as you can see that the instance is already running. So let me connect my machine to the remote virtual server, which is on the AWS server. So I'll be connecting it using SSH client, and let me copy the command. And now my machine will be connected to the virtual machine that is placed on the AWS cloud server. So I'll be connected. So now I'll be looking onto the path environment variable. As you can see, it is set to user slash bin. So I'll be moving into slash opt, and now I'll look on the contents here. And as we can see that I've already installed Apache Tomcat server in this. Then we'll move to Tomcat server. And as we can see, we have bin folder, config folder, config folder contains all the users and permissions which are given to the users, and logs which contain the logs of the build time. Web apps contain the apps that are built using containers. Now we'll move in the bin folder, and we'll see that there are two files named as startup.sh and shutdown.sh. Then and we will create two soft links so that we can call these files from anywhere from the terminal. And so now I've created soft links, that is Tomcat up. And I have already created a soft link, hence it shows that file exists, which is of not no problem. Now I'll be creating a Tomcat down, which will be a soft link of shutdown.sh. Great. So now I'll be calling this command Tomcat up, which will start the Tomcat server. As we can see, these commands, the base, home, and temp directory, which is used by the Tomcat server, and the Tomcat server has started. As I have also created an inbound rule for this instance for port 8080, hence it can handle all the requests which is given to port 8080. Now I'll copy the public IP address of this virtual machine. And now my Apache Tomcat server is up, and now I'll go to the manager app option, and here it asks me for a username password. And now we'll configure the users which can access the Tomcat server, and we'll go one directory up, and then we'll see the contents. And now we'll go inside the config folder, and here we'll find a file named as tomcat users.xaml. Now we'll edit this file, that is vi tomcat users.xaml. And now we can set up our roles as well as the users that can access the Tomcat server. So I have already created roles like manager GUI, manager script, manager JMX, and manager status. And I have created three users. One is admin, deployer, and one is the Tomcat itself. So I'll be using the user that is admin, and its password is admin, and it has been given all the roles, that is manager GUI, script, JMX, and status. So I'll write colon WQ, and it will save the file. And now I'll add admin and admin password, and we can see that the manager panel is up now. Now as my Tomcat server is ready for use, now I'll be using Jenkins, which is an build automation tool, which is used to automate the deployment and the testing process in a project. So now let me set up my Jenkins project. So as we can see that I have created a Jenkins Tomcat named folder in Jenkins, and now let me configure the project. And I have entered my GitHub link in which my project is placed. And here in source code management, I have chosen Git as my version control system, and I have added the credentials of my GitHub account, and it shows that it will pick up any changes on the master branch, which is this branch, and build triggers inside Jenkins whenever a snapshot dependency is built. And here my pom.xaml file is placed, which is placed in my GitHub repository, and this is the command which is executed in Maven whenever a build is reinstated. And I have set up a post build action. As soon as my action is established, the .var file which is created by the build Jenkins build, it will be deployed to a Tomcat server. Tomcat server's credentials are placed here, and the Tomcat URL, which is the public URL of the EC2 machine of AWS, and it is the port number 8080, which I have set in the inbound rule. So this is the Tomcat 9.x remote, and the context path is will be the name of the build that will be stored in the web app folder inside my virtual machine. And this my web app will also be the route in which we can access our project. So let me save and apply. And now when I've clicked, and now let me click on build now. And as we can see that my build is successful. All the dependencies here have been installed, and when the build is success, the deployment is triggered, and it waits for Jenkins to finish collecting data, and then the deploy publisher, it starts the deployment, and deployment is successful. So now let me confirm that my is successful inside my EC2 virtual machine. So now when I go inside my web app folder, and now let me see all the folders that are placed here. And now I can see that there are two new files here, that is mywebapp.var and mywebapp. So mywebapp is the context path which I have explained earlier, and mywebapp is the project which is built. Let me show you inside mywebapp. And here are the folders which are built inside the project. And if I have to and now my project is deployed on Tomcat server, and if I have to access my my live build now, then I have to go to the public IP, which is of the Tomcat server, and slash my web app. So here this is my index.html file. This is the tutorial for automatic deployment using Jenkins and Apache Tomcat server. So in this demonstration, I have shown how to set up a AWS virtual machine and how to access it remotely using SSH client. Then I have installed Tomcat server, and then I have configured the Tomcat server accordingly. And then I have set up my Jenkins. I have configured my Jenkins accordingly for the deployment of the project, and Jenkins deploys my build as soon as the .war file is configured, and it deploys it to the Tomcat server. Thank you.